Hello, everyone, and welcome to July 2025's Release Radar. I'm Brent Stutzman with TheraSaaS, and joining me is Nicola with TheraSaaS as well.
Hey everyone.
Hello,
Good
hello.
to see everybody.
All right, so we have a ton of updates because one, we were both on vacation a bit over the summer. So let's catch everyone up to what's been going on at TheraSaaS and what they can do to improve, simplify, enhance their sales and marketing. All right, so here we go. Direct Instagram integration without a Facebook page, which is really nice. But before you had to, man, Meta is a hot mess. But you had to have a Facebook page in order to be able to have like an Instagram account. I think back in the day. Now, now at
Mhm.
least for businesses, you can have them separated, right?
Yeah, and you don't have to have your Facebook integrated, so that's cool
Yeah,
for every business uses Instagram.
yeah. All right, in-app notification banner for disconnected social accounts. So this is just to let you know that you need to reconnect because APIs time out and um, Facebook breaks things. So sometimes the little banner is going to pop up and let you know you need to get in there and reconnect. All right, another one is we have rating elements in forms, surveys, and quizzes. So this is a really helpful, you know, you could send, you might be able to shorten your surveys that you might send to clients to get feedback on them, on how their care is going. So you could just have a couple questions on here and have them rate, and it takes less time for them because they don't even have to read much. But this is a helpful update. I think it's pretty cool. You can find that in forms, surveys, and quizzes. Anything to add, Nicola? We'll just keep going.
Yeah, that's it. Earlier we have to build entire visual with even the
Yeah.
stars, number of stars. Now it's a lot simpler and faster.
Yep. Love it. All right, so let's talk about the spacer element. Again, just an easy improvement. Before we had to use HTML inside of our,
Oh
we had to
yeah.
use code inside the forms to do this. Now we have a nice little spacer. You can just adjust the pixel height that you want, and that's going to be great for your element or your email builder.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of adjusting padding,
Yeah,
especially for different views on desktop, mobile. So this helps and saves life. You can just
I
click.
like it saves lives.
I almost had life, but my life for sure. And you can just click on the line and increase or decrease the height and the width. So very helpful.
awesome. All right, calendar sharing and troubleshooting improvements. So this is really great. So let's say there something is not like so I've had it in the past where I sync my Google Calendar with the TheraSaaS calendar, and sometimes the time I was like, the times are available, but they should be available. What's going on? Or they shouldn't be available, but they're showing up as available. What's happening? Well, now we have this little troubleshooter icon that will actually show you kind of a comparison between the two, and I think it works pretty well. So that way you can quickly figure out why something between your two calendars may not be working.
Yeah, and also I had a couple of users reach out and say how difficult it is to find link. So now earlier we had to enter the editor and then find a link to share. Now it's right there when you enter calendars page, so a lot easier to share your link
That's right. So yeah,
to
hit that
everyone.
arrow and you can share the link real easily. Then you can paste it in. You can paste that link into your email signature if you want, or you could add it to your email snippets or templates. All right, work powered AI email copy generation. Yeah, so you're going to see a lot more of these purple buttons, these AI purple buttons, throughout the uh, TheraSaaS platform. You don't have to use them, but if you want to craft an email real quick, you can use our built-in AI. There is like a very small charge for usage on these, um, but it can be really helpful if you just want to either have AI write it for you, give it some prompts, or write out an email. What I like to do is, if if it's a tricky email, I like to write it out, and then I can ask AI, can you simplify this or make it more empathetic sounding? Because since sometimes that can sound a little harsh.
Yeah.
So that's an option for you now on your workflows. All right. Revamp filter UX for dashboard widgets. This is great because now you can say when you build out a widget for one of your metrics, you can dive in and go under the conditions here. As you can see, can I zoom in here a little bit? Oops. Am I able to zoom in on full screen? I cannot. So under conditions, you can say, all right, I want it to be this calendar, or I want it to be this pipeline and these different conditions. So just a lot more options for you to build out customized dashboards, which I think are pretty awesome. Anything else there on that,
Definitely.
Nicole?
And yeah, you can just add a lot of, it's a lot easier to filter per specific widget if you want to see assigned user, specific opportunity status, for example. It's a lot easier and quicker. And then, yeah, also please check our article for creating custom dashboards that can be very, very useful.
Right. I did a complete breakdown. So for my wife's practice, I did a breakdown of how I customized her dashboard to what she wanted and what I wanted to be able to see. And I show you how to do that in that video in the knowledge base. And you can find the knowledge base link on the left-hand side of the menu. Text snippets in the email builder. Oh, this is cool. I love this. So you can import the snippets that you've already created and then put them in your email builder for maybe your newsletter, or maybe you wanted to write a more, well, let's say you wanted to send out a more designed email, but you wanted to just pull in your snippets that you've already created, put it in there. Does that sound right, Nicola?
Yep, yep. You know, a lot of our users kind of create only one, either text, SMS, or email snippet. So this way you can just pull the existing SMS content and just add it into your email template. So it's a lot easier than typing it all out.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're starting to combine the media storage into the funnels and websites, and trying to get it all synced across all the different modules inside TheraSaaS. So we have the new feature is the drag and drop. So now you can easily drag and drop. We're just catching up to 2025 at this point.
Yeah.
So this should be a lot easier.
It was a little.
Click 3 times to upload a
Yeah.
file. Conditional
Yeah,
logic
5 times.
improvements. Yeah, right. Conditional logic improvements and the survey builder. I'm going to have to maybe turn this over to you, but you know, a lot of people love the conditional logic inside the survey builder and also in the forms. But is there anything you want to add to this? Just a better UI?
Yeah, I would just, yeah, basically, I wanted to bring this up only for visibility. I don't think people are always aware of it, but it's a great feature. We can skip questions based on the previous answers. We can show or hide specific question fields. We can redirect to a URL. We can jump to specific slide or page. So there are a lot of conditional logic we can do inside surveys based on responses. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like this. And then the way you get to it is inside the survey builder or forms. Just look for that little icon on the top left-hand side. I know it's in the forms, probably similar in the survey builder. Just click on that and it brings up all your conditional logic.
Yep.
Email campaigns,
Completely
create new
the same.
tags in the send or schedule page. All right, so before you'd have to, if you wanted to be able to send emails to a particular segment inside of TheraSaaS, so you have a list of contacts that have been tagged, let's say referral source or something like that. Well, you had to create that tag ahead of time before you send out an email campaign. Now, what you can do is as you are building out the email campaign, there's an option down in the campaign builder to add a tag, but to also create a new tag in that process. So you don't have to stop building the email, campaign, go create a tag, get all those contacts associated with that tag. You can actually do that right here. So it keeps it a little more streamlined.
Yep.
All right.
And easier to track as well, the specific campaign later on.
Yeah, if you wanted to create a specific campaign or tag just for that campaign, you can. Support for audio file in the media library. There you go. Courses, podcasts, and messages. You can upload audio. Improve your phone number's reputation. Okay, so we have voice integrity. This was just released in the last month. And so there's a couple things you need to do. One is we help you on the onboarding process, get your brands and campaigns A2P compliant. And then there's these fancy words in the telecom, teletech industry, shaken and stir voice, your C name, and then voice integrity. These are all related to let cell phone companies know how legit you are, but also for caller ID. And this is just, sometimes when you buy a number, it doesn't matter what platform you're on. Sometimes there was a nefarious user before that. And so this is a way to have a really solid reputation as it relates to your phone number, caller ID is working, and also calls getting through, because Google is also just will mark anything spam these days.
Exactly.
So this is just a way to improve your numbers reputation. Anything to
Yep.
add on that, Nicola?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a very streamlined way to re-register and clear up any reputation issues. So your your phone number will not be marked as spam.
Yeah.
So
So just go
pretty
through,
cool.
click on your phone system here. Whoops, click on the Trust Center and go through the shake and stir CNAME. It's really just a couple clicks. It's really not that much work to do, and it's pretty good. Audit logs for calendar. Again, always showing the transparency. If you go into your settings in the menu and towards the bottom, you'll see audit logs. We now have audit logs for calendar, so you can see what changes were made. I see some similar names there, or familiar names. Bulk quiz upload and theme clone enhancements. So if you have a lot of quizzes you want to upload, let's say you have a course, or you have something for your team to do, I think quizzes can work well for that. So you can upload those in bulk.
Yep. No, don't have to do it one by one. Very,
Yeah.
very cool. And yeah, I would suggest everybody to check our quizzes builder. It can be very useful internally and for any onboarding that you do. So pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, you can throw a quiz if they have anything on mandated reporting, or if you have any courses that you built for when you onboard a new clinician, you could throw a quiz at them, see if they've been reading the material, like that policy manual that you have. All right, calendar settings and UI revamp and onboarding enhancements. Okay, so I need to look at this because this was an earlier update. I don't know, Nicole, you go ahead and speak to this one.
It's not a lot of updates functionality wise, but calendars had a lot of user experience
Mhm.
and accessibility updates. So sometimes when you have a lot of calendars, if you have a bunch of different types of meetings, bunch of either team members in intake or even therapists, you could have like 100 calendars. Now it's very, very easy to search for active, for specifically assigned
Mhm.
calendars. For on the left side, we can see groups as well. We
Mhm.
can categorize them, so it's a lot easier to manage, check, and find specific calendar you're looking for.
I like that. Download file action for buttons and images. So this is like for if you have something on a website, if you wanted to just have someone be able to directly download a file, you can do that. Normally, what I always encourage from a marketing standpoint is you have a form. It's like a lead generator. You can download that free checklist or some sort of PDF, but they need to fill in that information. If not, you could just put the button right there on your funnel or your website, and they can just download it directly. Ooh, badges, custom badges. So these work well if you do have like an onboarding course internally that you use, or maybe for new hires, or you can have a course that you build yourself. You can create a badge and give them a custom badge when they complete the course.
Yeah, that's a little cool thing for certificates.
Yeah. All right. New UX updates in the form builder. Now, there's been a lot of UX updates in here, but I didn't know if you wanted to share anything further. Like I know you can style the buttons a little bit more.
Yes, it will become a little bit more intuitive. I still don't have the full scope, but yes, it will be a lot simpler and faster, and we will have a lot more options design wise. So
I
coming
also
up soon.
notice here that the settings, the settings and the submissions here. So inside the form builder yourself, so let's say you wanted to update your new client intake form, you can actually click on here and see the submissions. So you don't have to click off the page and go look at the submissions and come back. A lot of that you can find those buttons right there. So those are a few updates as well. And look, there's that conditional formatting button I was talking about earlier. All right. Unified task management experience. All right. So what is this update? This is a
It's
new one.
also user experience one,
Yeah.
but basically keeping all the tasks on in one place and the ability to filter them further. I know that um, a lot of users don't use it, but I would definitely suggest you to try, especially if you have a larger team, and you can easily track upcoming, overdue, due specific date tasks, assignee type of tasks, and you can regroup and filter everything that has been done or is about to be due
Yeah.
very soon. So very useful.
And if you can see behind here, there's a tasks link up on by
Yes.
the contacts. You can see then all the tasks that have been signed to your team and filter them out if it's active or if it's been completed or not. So if you, again, if you have a larger intake team and you want to assign tasks or automate tasks, better user experience. All right. Well, if you're checking out TheraSaaS for the first time and you haven't bought it yet, schedule a demo with me. Just go to TheraSaaS.com and click on the schedule demo button and we can hang out. And then also our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this video and this helpful. We are getting ready to roll out even more content once the summer kind of subsides a little bit, and especially around AI. We have a lot of people checking out the AI voice receptionist. One of my marketing clients uses TheraSaaS. She's like, Brent, I just don't even want to be on the phone, so turn it on. So we now have voice AI for her account, and it's going great. So thank you for your attention to these matters, and we will see you in the next release radar update. Thanks, Nicola.
Thanks everybody, and talk to you and see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.